I am 31 male and my fiancé is 28. My fiancé's opinions on cheating are way different than my own, and it's causing me to pull away from the relationship. A little backstory. We've been together for 3 years. During this time, we've talked in great detail about our past mistakes. Well, one thing that initially caused a lot of headache for me was the fact that she cheated on ex of 10 years. She told me outright that during the end of their relationship, she cheated not once but 4 times. She explained it to me as her being burnt out on a toxic relationship with a reggae-holic and looking for a surefire way to be pushed out of the nest. She also said that their relationship had become stale and miserable, and she cheated as a result. She doesn't look back fondly on cheating, but has come to peace with herself after the fact. It has haunted her in relationships after him and hates to be labeled as a cheater. Well, then there's me. My last long-term relationship before her ended with being cheated on. I was cheated on and made to seem like it was my fault, and dealt with no shortage of self-loathing and depression after that. Being cheated on felt like the emotional equivalent of a stomach bug, but in my heart, it made me miserable, full of self-doubt, and apprehensive to trust anyone again. So I just didn't date for 2 years and enjoyed being single and finding myself. I met my now fiancé on a dating app, and once we started digging into our pasts, she let me know that she had cheated in her last long-term relationship. I struggled with this for a long time because of my own trauma, but have learned to trust her and stop projecting my own past trauma onto her. Well, a few weeks ago, we were on the topic of cheating. It wasn't for any reason in particular. I think we were discussing a friend of mine that had recently been cheated on. She said that everyone makes mistakes and cheating isn't unforgivable. I immediately pulled back and said that cheating isn't a mistake, it's a decision. You don't mistakenly get dressed up, go to a coworker's apartment, and let them use you like a blow-up doll. You made a conscious decision every step of the way to ignore the consequences, sever the trust of your partner, and fuck someone else instead. I've mentioned to her that cheating is probably one thing that I can't forgive. I'm not going to hold a grudge for the rest of my life, but it would definitely be a quit and unapologetic end to our relationship. If it were to reach that point, we are past fixing anything. It would just be over. Plain and simple. I tried to stop on top of communication, making sure both of our needs are being fulfilled, and making sure we are both happy. She ended it with, I guess we can agree to disagree. But it's been eating me alive since then. It just leaves the window open for, I can cheat and we can work through it. And I'm not down for that. However, I'm not wanting to dig back into her past or pick at any healed scabs that we've already worked out together. Cheating is a sensitive topic for both of us for very different reasons. Too long didn't read. My fiancé and I have very different opinions on how damaging that cheating is in a relationship, and her view has caused some long-fixed damage to suddenly show back up in our relationship. Now for the top comments, here's a comment from NGen. This isn't a debate whether cheating is unforgivable or not. It's a boundary for you, which is a good boundary to set. Your fiancé is open about her past and owns up to her mistake, but I don't think she fully knows how damaging cheating can be for the other partner. I think you should bring up how painful it was for you, and it might help your fiancé understand. Here's another comment from Ars Vampire. Do not marry this woman. She is telling you she will cheat. Here's another comment from Fuzzy Constant. Stop talking about it in the abstract. You don't need to agree on cheating in general. You need to agree that she is never ever going to cheat on you, period. If she can't agree to that, you can break up with her. Here's another comment from Slumbering Gnome. I agree. You're not upset that she believes cheating is forgivable. You're upset because she didn't shut down the idea that she would cheat on you. Next story. Wife lied and cheated over our entire relationship. I'm sick to my stomach. Throwaway account. I, 32, found out a few months ago that my wife, 30, of 4 years and together for 9, had an ongoing affair with a guy before we had our first child, 2 and after. This was devastating and I took a paternity test and thankfully it is my child. I still loved her and she showed so much remorse that we made it through counseling and we were more open and honest and things were healing and trust was slowly building back up. We found out she was pregnant at this time as well, and she says it's 100% mine. Well, fast forward to last week, something comes up and I found out about another time she cheated on me earlier in our relationship before we were engaged but still living together. Moved in after first year of dating. This breaks me as we had, so I thought being completely honest with each other about everything. And for the record, I have been 100% faithful the entire time. I called her out on lying about it and for her to tell me the full truth about everything and the floodgates opened up. Turns out she's been with 7 different guys this whole time, 2 of which were her exes. Others who back then she said we're good friends and yeah, before engaged, after we were married, the whole time, looking back, for sure, there were red flags but I brushed them off because of blind trust and foolishly thinking I was projecting onto her from insecurity or something. And that's just what she said. May very well be more. I'm completely torn. If no kids were involved, she'd be on the street right now. But she's a good mom, and I can't toss my unborn child out. I still love her somehow, but my emotions are all over the place. I feel so ashamed and humiliated. She is visibly broken and called the therapist herself already. She says that she's so sorry and wants this to work and all the right things, but I just can't trust her again after we went through counseling for the first time and she lied all throughout it basically. Like fuck, I don't know what to do. Now for the top comments. Here's a comment from Hola Les Amigas. Yeah, she cheated the entire marriage. How can you think she's remorseful when she continued to lie to your face and would have taken the truth to her grave? Your wife has some serious issues. It's your decision to reconcile or not, but you deserve the truth. You cannot even attempt to regain trust without the truth. She cannot call herself remorseful while hiding the truth. If you are okay with it, expose the affair to her family. Then she'll know the consequences of her actions and how she ashamed and disappointed everybody. Through all of this, you can also see if she's actually remorseful and committed to you. A comment from the OP. She definitely has mental issues, anxiety and depression the entire time I've known her. Accepted that as part of her. Definitely struggling with what to do. She's the mother of my child. I still love her, even if it was all a lie. I don't know if I want to start fresh. I feel I'll have insane trust issues with any new relationship, and I won't know their past history either. I have a desire to know. One of the things that's got me so fucked up over this, on top of the obvious betrayal, anger, hurt, etc., is that what I thought I knew and what was real to me for the past almost decade is wrong. Here's another comment. Thank you. It irks me to no end when people describe cheaters as great parents when they are knowingly carrying out actions that will result in their kids having a worse childhood. Another comment from the OP. Well, all 7 were before marriage or before the child. Only 1 remained. Still, 1 too many, but you can be a shitty person but still a good parent.